Okay, so Baruch Hashem Shem Nasu Nitzliach V'Yiskashus L'Chol Tzadikim B'Ezrat Hashem, and it should be for the refuah shlema of Binyamin, Rafael ben Manager Shulamit, and also Yaakov ben Rachel, and Yosef ben Iran. B'Ezrat Hashem, Hashem should give them refuah shlema b'toch shar cholei Amo Yisrael. V'gam et Adina Chaya bat Aviva. B'Ezrat Hashem, Hashem should bless her, and B'Ezrat Hashem complete refuah shlema b'chein yitzon v'lemad amen. So it says like this, Rabbeinu, we were saying in the Likutei Halachot, we were learning a teaching from Rabbeinu, from Rabbi Yonatan, about the secret of Chanukah, the light, the special light of Chanukah. So he started first introducing a Torah that Rabbeinu brought in Likutei Moran, of sighing, the sounds that we sigh, right? When a person is lacking something, in Chaim, that he gives out a sigh. So he says that the main Ruach Chaim we receive from the tzaddik of the generation, right? He first like slows everything down. He says we're receiving chiyut from the tzaddik of the generation, because he is the ish asher ruach bo. He is the man that has the spirit of HaKadosh Baruch Hu inside of him. Memenu totzot chaim. We said that life comes out from him to all individuals, cholet vekim bo, whoever attach themselves to him. But then we have Rishaim, we explained, that are opposed to attaching to the tzaddik, and they receive their ruach chaim from Rav Shebeklipa, from a Rav that's holding an impurity, right? I have to throw in the story, just it's very important, that my Heilige Rabbi Faber in Eretz Yisrael, Rabbi Daniel Faber, told me when I was in yeshiva, the Heilige Mashkiach, he said as follows. There was one time a Yid, it was called a Dahoiben Yid, a very holy Jew. Very holy. Heilig means holy, but Dahoiben means already to get, numero uno. He was mamish, he was traveling, and he was coming back to a certain town, to the town of his Rabbi. And on his way, while he was traveling, he saw some trees, and in the distance he saw a house, like all of a sudden in the middle of the woods, like he saw like a house. So he was wondering, like, who lives here in the middle of the woods? Like, there's nobody around whatsoever, and he started getting a feeling, maybe it's a tzaddik? Is it a tzaddik? So he saw some sort of Jewish symbol. Not a mezuzah, I don't think it was a mezuzah, but he saw some sort of Jewish symbol. So he pulled in out of curiosity, right? As he goes up the steps, he comes inside, he sees there's a whole group of Hasidim, and they're standing around. And they're standing around, a whole group of Hasidic Jews, and there's a tzaddik in the middle, in the center. And they're all huddling around, and he's about to say Torah, this tzaddik. So they get in there, he gets in there, and all of a sudden the tzaddik starts saying Torah. After he was done, the tzaddik looks at this Yid, this Dahoiben, a Jew, Reb Pinchas. He looks at him and he says, "What do you think of my Torah?" So Reb Pinchas looks and he's like, "It was good. It was good. Oh, it was good." And all the Chassidim start nodding. "Oh, it was good. And I was like, psh. Very nice." He goes, he says goodbye, he goes about his way. That wasn't his tzaddik anyway. It's nice to know there's a tzaddik in the middle of the woods. Beautiful. He goes back to his hometown, where he comes from. Chazkel Shinover, the Heilige Tzaddik, Rabbi Chazkel Shinover. So he comes to Shinov, and when he wants to come to see the Rebbe, right, to check in, right, Erev Shabbos, the Gabbai comes out, he says the Rebbe doesn't want to see him. What? And he's like, really? He's like, okay. Comes back, maybe in an hour, he comes back again. The Rebbe doesn't want to see him. And then when he came to the third time, already he said, I can't do this. I can't. And he just goes in and he pushes the door open. Right? It's an azut. And he comes in front of the Rebbe and he says, "Rebbe, what's going on? Please, you have to tell me, what did I do?" He was a holy Jew, he was a shochet, a kadosh, this guy. So then Rabbi Chazkel Shinover looked at him and he says, remember when you were traveling and that cottage appeared, that house appeared? He says, yes. He says, you went inside and there was a person there saying Torah. He says, yeah. He says, you know who that was? He says, no. He says, that was the Rav Shebeklipa. He was the Samach Mem himself, manifested a Rav, and he was saying Torah. So then he says, oh, okay. And he says, and what happened? What did you say? What did he He asked you something, no? And he said, yeah. He said, yeah. So what did he ask you? He says, what do you think of my Torah? What do you think of my teachings? So then he says, what did you say? He said, I said it was good. He says, yes, you said it was good. And when you said that, you gave him power, you gave him koach. So then he fell down and he started crying. He says, Rabbi, there must be a way I can fix. There must be a way I can fix. So then Rabbi Chazkel Shinover says, there is a way you can fix this, but it involves risking your life. Mesiras Nefesh. Are you willing to take that risk? And he said, yes. So then he said, okay, what is it? What do I have to do? He says, you go back on that trail, and when this cottage appears, he said the word appears, you go back inside looking exactly like you're doing the same thing. You're going back to hear Torah from the tzaddik, right? The tzaddik. You're going back to hear Torah, and you want to hear, you're eager. You go back in quietly like everything's fine. As soon as the tzaddik says Torah, you scream at the top of your lungs. You scream so loud that no one can hear Torah anymore. They might kill you. Are you willing to do it? And this Yid, Reb Pinchas, says, yes, Rabbi. He goes back. Cottage appears, he goes back in, he looks very cool, sharp, everything's fine. They make space for him. Oh, he's back, you know. He stands there amongst the Hasidim, right, quote unquote Hasidim. And then people start shaking, the Rav starts saying Torah, and then, he starts screaming at the top of his lungs. The Hasidim look at the Rav, they say, let's kill him, allow us to kill him. The Rav says, wait. He looks, he stops, they're holding him, he says, what's the name of your Rebbe? He says, Rabbi Chazkel Shinover. He says, 1 second, he takes out a book. He starts flicking through the pages. He goes through the whole book. He doesn't see the name. He closes it. He says, forget it, let him go. And then they throw him out. As they're throwing him out, he looks at one of the Hasidim. He says, what's that book? And one of the Hasidim answered to him, that's a book of all the manhigim of the generation, the rabbis of the generation that have a connection to gashmias, that have a connection to physicality.
Whoa.
And the name of your rebbe wasn't on the list.
Wow.
They threw him out. So you should know, first of all, we're zocha to be connected.
What?
Physicality. Anything physical. Like, like having enjoyment from like iced coffee, you know what I'm saying?
Right, but isn't God?
You know what that means? You hear what that means? It means the fact that we're connected to tzaddikim like that, that's the light of Chanukah. The fact that we're connected to tzaddikim like that, that is the light of Chanukah. That is what saves us. That's the or. The or and ner.
Right.
Right? Well, that's what Reb Nassan is explaining, is the light of the tzaddik, and we'll get into Bezrat Hashem next time to see the direction that he's taking us.
Man.